The Galactic Naval Academy's training hall buzzed with the sound systems of 17 different species as Cadet Riley Martinez approached the legendary reflexive combat assessment. Around her, alien cadets prepared for the test with species-specific advantages that made her feel like she was bringing a stick to a plasma fight. Cadet Vexthok of the Cordans stretched his forearms, each equipped with natural bone armor and neural response times clocked at 0.003 seconds. The crystalline Veltari beside him, Shard Singer THYSS, could process incoming data at quantum speeds, her faceted body refracting light to track multiple threats simultaneously. "Poor little human," clicked Instructor Zarpitchwesis, his mandibles spreading in what might have been amusement. "Perhaps you should request the remedial course? Your species' reaction time is quaint." The other cadets chittered, hummed, and pulsed with laughter. Riley had heard it all before. Humans were slow. Humans were weak. Humans had no natural advantages in combat situations. "I'll manage," Riley replied quietly, checking her standard-issue training gear. The reflexive combat assessment was legendary and lethal. Only one cadet in 10 survived their first attempt uninjured. The chamber would generate threats at random intervals. Energy blasts, projectile weapons, environmental hazards, holographic attackers. Each threat was potentially fatal if not avoided within microseconds. The Academy used it to separate those destined for frontline combat from those better suited for logistics. "Beginning assessment," announced the chamber's AI. "Threat level, standard Academy maximum. Duration, 5 minutes. Survival probability based on species norms. Cordan 67%, Veltari 71%, human 12%. The other cadets' laughter echoed as Riley entered the pristine white chamber. The first attack came without warning, a plasma bolt from directly above, traveling at near light speed. Riley wasn't there anymore. She had rolled left the instant the chamber door closed, not because she'd seen the threat, but because something felt wrong about that particular floor tile. Her body had reacted before her conscious mind processed the danger. The second attack, a barrage of kinetic projectiles, should have caught her mid-roll. Instead, Riley flowed like water, her body twisting in ways that seemed to defy physics. Each movement appeared to be perfectly timed, as if she knew exactly where every projectile would strike. In the observation deck, Instructor Zarphyss's mandibles went slack. "How is she predicting the attack patterns?" "She's not," whispered Dr. Melthys, the Academy's xenobiologist. "She's reacting to microenvironmental changes, air pressure variations, electromagnetic fluctuations, even quantum field distortions that occur nanoseconds before weapons discharge." The chamber escalated. Energy barriers appeared and disappeared, creating a deadly maze. Holographic attackers materialized with perfect stealth technology. Gravity fields shifted randomly. Riley moved through it all like she was dancing to music only she could hear. Her eyes weren't tracking the threats, they were half-closed, focused inward. She ducked under attacks that hadn't fired yet, sidestepped explosions that were still charging, and leaped over barriers that materialized exactly where she'd been standing. "This is impossible," Cadet Vexthok breathed. "She's moving before the threats even manifest." "Deathworld reflexes," Dr. Melthys murmured in awe. "We've been measuring human reaction time wrong. We tested conscious responses to visual stimuli. But humans evolved on a planet where everything was trying to kill them. They developed subconscious threat detection systems that operate below the threshold of awareness." Riley's body was reading microscopic changes in air composition from weapon power-ups, detecting gravitational anomalies from mass projections, sensing electromagnetic signatures from cloaked opponents. Her nervous system was processing thousands of environmental variables simultaneously and reacting faster than thought itself. The final phase activated, the legendary Random Chaos Protocol. The chamber became a hellscape of overlapping attacks from every direction, threats that should have been impossible to survive. Riley closed her eyes completely. For 30 seconds, she moved like liquid lightning, flowing between attacks that came so fast the observers could barely track them. She seemed to exist in the spaces between dangers, always exactly where destruction wasn't. When the timer reached 0, Riley stood calmly in the center of the chamber, not even breathing hard. The silence in the observation deck stretched until instructor HFY finally spoke. New Academy record. 0 hits sustained. Perfect threat avoidance. His mandibles clicked nervously. How? Riley looked up at the observation window with a slight smile. You called them human reflexes like it was a bad thing. Thing is, when your homeworld spends millions of years trying to kill you, you get really good at not dying. She walked toward the exit, pausing at the door. Oh, an instructor? You might want to recalibrate those species' survival probability calculations.